Anza Borrego, a popular destination for overlanders and off-roaders seeking the ultimate desert experience. Rising out of the desert floor is Oriflamme Canyon. What once was a stagecoach route is now one of the most popular overland routes in Southern California, taking from the high mountains of Julian down to one of the lowest deserts in America. Sit back as we go explore this amazing yet scenically beautiful route through the beautiful mountains of Southern California. Alright, so we made to Oriflamme Canyon, and this is one of the popular drives out here that takes you up the mountain, up to the Banner Grade, which is close to Julian. And if you've never heard of Julian, look up their apples and their apple pie. This is an immediate route last I heard, but rumors are the last storm that came through here did a number on this trail. So we're gonna go check it out, see what it's like, and hopefully have a little fun. So let's get going. For today's adventure, we're gonna be heading up the hill, but first we need to air down and disconnect the sway bars. The one surprising thing you might have on this trail is the lower part of the trail is very green. Now, being Anza Borrego Desert, you would expect it to be just barren, but absolutely beautiful. As we turn off to the right and start heading into the hills, we notice just how beautiful this trail really is with the choyas, the lush green plants. I mean, it doesn't really feel like the desert. Since we're remapping this trail, we're going ahead and using our TrailsOffroad app to make sure we don't miss anything and add more. As we were heading up this trail, I was expecting maybe some camping in the mountains, but to my surprise, maybe the coolest camp spot in Anza Borrego is near the bottom of this trail. I mean, just check this out. The area is rather large, so it's big enough for a big group, and there's a brook just trickling in the background. Underneath these shade trees, this is probably one of the cooler spots to camp at. As we continue up the trail, we're starting to go up a shelf road, which Todd is not a fan of shelf roads at all, so he's slowing down a little bit and feeling less comfortable. If you're climbing the hill, don't forget to stop, take a look back, and enjoy these just amazing scenic views.
If you wait for me to get this down here, I'll let you start going up. I'll shoot some photos of that section right there.
I'll throw another waypoint right here. It's a little rutted out. Water can run down the trail.
Okay.
As we climbed the road, the shelf roads just get a little more difficult, and eventually we got to this spot.
The January rains have really changed up this trail. And this is what people came out or actually started posting, hey, this trail's changed. Can TrailsOffroad come out to get an update? So we're here doing an update of the trail to take a look at what happened. There is definitely a lot going on here. And as you can see, it's just totally dug up by the rains. This one over here, same story. I mean, is it difficult? No. But would your Subaru struggle now? Most definitely. So the trail is probably bumped up a little bit in rating, where you're gonna need a high clearance 4x4 to get up this. Still coming up in open mode, you know, air down, no problems at all. No real issues, but we do have one obstacle ahead of us, so we're gonna get going and see what it's like.
Just past the corner is this long hill climb that is off camber. You can either try to run the off camber line, which is about 35-45 degrees, or you could straddle the V at the bottom. My personal opinion, always straddle the V at the bottom and try to stay level. Notice the spotting I'm giving Todd to help him keep on the perfect path.
So we were safely able to get Todd up that spot. It's probably, if you decide to ride the off-camber, about 30 degrees. So your typical modern high ground clearance vehicle with minimal lift is probably easily safe in there. They usually roll around 45-50. Obviously,
you got weight to the top, like a rooftop 10 or something, it lowers that number, and you could potentially get to a point where it's dangerous. But with that said, there was a lower line, and you could just straddle it and stay flat almost the entire time. So pick the better line. A lot of times it's easier just to drop that front end down into a hole when you're going down the kind of stuff and just get leveled out. It's very beautiful up here. Like, check out this, just check out this view. Stunning, right?
We made it to the next obstacle, which is people call rock squeeze. Overall, no problem at all. Both Todd and I were able to drive around without even using a spot. Upon reaching the top of the mountain, I was actually a little surprised, as I was expecting to see more forest and trees up on top, but it's sort of similar to the terrain down below. We did end up passing the Pacific Crest Trail, and I always find that as a cool thing. Along the route, one of the most beautiful spots was this beautiful oak orchard. These trees were just providing amazing shade, and there was a cool little stream crossing right in the middle of it. As we reach the Goldrich Hills near Julian, we start seeing more and more abandoned mining areas. Some of them might be still active, it's sort of hard to tell. But man, was this one epic little adventure. I can see why people drive from San Diego, LA, Orange County just to do this one trail. It is well worth it. The scenery is some of the best I've seen in a long time. The trail itself provides some interesting obstacles and keeps the heart going. I mean, what else can you ask for? Stunning scenery, great drive, lots of times with friends. This is definitely a trip that everyone should do at least once.